it's just something I've always, I suppose I've always been a mum first. And
Yeah.
then a mum, a wife, a daughter, a sister, and then a person. Wow, yeah. Now it's slightly different now, definitely. Wow.
Yeah, I've been
Now
gone for a while. I
it's
was at um, and then I went to Branson, Missouri, which is like a show. They do a lot of shows down there.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Oh, I bet.
That's really nice down there too, because they always thank the veterans, stuff like that, in every show.
Everybody should thank the veterans.
Huh?
No, everyone should thank the veterans, irrelevant of any country you're in. I think respect for you're old, you're young, and the people that's in service just shows you what sort of person you are. Hello to people that are watching me. How are you doing? We're on the loading screen, which I did say I wasn't going to do again, but then I kind of remembered that it can sometimes take a while, so I thought, I've just come back from playing PUBG, and I'm here with Joking in the chat as well, so I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. I'm gonna pop on and check to see if my animals are still alive. Actually, this is the first game I've played all day. I've been doing housewifey, boring stuff.
Granny, do you mind if we hop over to TS?
Not at all, sweetie. Not at all.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you were able to or not, because I know I can't do that while I'm streaming.
yeah, I can. No worries.
Alright, I'll meet you over there.
There you go. I have to remember to push to talk then. Something that I tend to forget.
Connected. Insufficient permissions. User entered your channel.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Oh, they're off down.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, you're gonna have to drag me down because I don't have permissions for that one, if you don't mind.
I don't think I can do that. I don't think I have permissions for that, but I'll ask Anna too.
Yeah, Anna will. Thank you.
User left your channel.
So we're going to be joined by a few people here tonight. That's cool.
You were moved.
Hello.
Hey, Denzi.
Hi, sweetie. How you doing?
Doing all right. What's going on?
No, no, no. I thought I'd just stream a little bit of Dark and Light to see if my tames are still there from yesterday. I've been playing PUBG for a little while.
I saw that. You were playing PUBG, and I was like, I can't join because I'm uploading a video, damn it.
Oh, bless.
I hate when that happens.
So I can close Discord now that Joe's over here.
It was playing with Squidgemeister.
Yeah, I heard. I don't
know.
quite have Squidge on my thing or anything, but...
Yeah, I haven't talked to him in a long time. So.
It was nice. It was nice because I've been following his channel for nearly a year, so it was nice to actually sort of like personally meet the guy.
Oh, you never met him before?
No, no.
Huh. Well, screw you, Facebook. I didn't want to post that post anyways.
I bet you did, really.
Yeah, well, I posted a link. I don't know what's going on. It's like, do you want to leave this page? Or blah, blah, blah. And so I opened another Facebook page to see if it posted. Because sometimes it'll ghost post.
Yeah.
And it didn't even ghost post. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, Facebook keeps loading for me, but only loading the first 2 posts, and that's it. It's really being annoying.
Nope. Dark and Light, man.
I managed to bag and tag quite a few in this latest video, so woohoo!
Yeah, I saw that you uploaded Carnivores. I played that on
Joe
old
gave
phone
me-
before, but I never played it on the PC.
Yeah, it's sad because Tatum Group that did Carnivores, the original for console, and then they brought it to Steam years ago. Unfortunately, it looks like they split, and so
Yeah.
there's no more updates or anything for this game. But this game still, in my opinion, is challenging, as it is, even without updates, so... So, I mean, if you watch the latest video, you'll see the challenge.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to do that. I've done a lot of people.
You're all garbly.
3 months.
Oh,
Gargly.
At least on my end, you're garbly.
Am I on everybody else's ends too?
A little bit.
No, you're clear on this end. Once in a while, you get a little static.
Alright, fix that.
Stop sucking on your mic.
I'm not
'cause
sucking
it
on
makes
my
it
mic.
wet and crackly.
Hey, Lance.
Lance is not here.
I know, that was just a Lance answer.
Down here? Oh, this is dangerous. Yep.
Are we
Ow,
good?
ow, ow.
Oh, I'm in. Oh, it takes such a long time, doesn't it?
What does?
Apparently, it's just trying to discover my existing files for Dark and Light. So, yeah, that should be
Could
fun.
be the reason you're really gargly on my end. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I'm not
Could be.
having any issue hearing anybody else, so...
Yeah, neither am I.
Oh, my rock's still
For
alive.
Hazy.
That's a good sign.
Well, that is good considering every time before that you logged in and what, they were dead?
Yeah.
I told
Yeah.
Kaysen if that game, like, will progress better visually.
Progress better.
Well, when it gets to better graphics or better AI movements and
Oh,
whatnot,
yeah.
then I'll think about buying it.
It's a lot of fun. I need to... I haven't played on it in a long time. I don't even know if my Griffin's there.
Yeah. Be right back.
User disconnected from your channel.
I heard that there was like a couple of people who are like level 40 something, level 50 something on there already. I'm like, jeez.
That was mostly ET, but he won't be able to come back for quite a while now, I don't
User
think.
joined your channel.
Oh, really?
I just wanted to
and I
see if
can't remember
maybe
who else.
rebooting my TeamSpeak makes you sound less garbled.
And Star Wars and he both are really high up there.
Yeah, you're still
No, you're
garbled
really
on my
garbled,
end.
dude.
Alright, well, I'll start TeamSpeak.
Just, yeah.
User disconnected from your channel.
When he comes back, you should hover over his name and see what I put for his description.
Oh, so you're the one who put the ring.
Maybe.
User joined your channel.
Alright, are we any better?
For the moment. But.
For the moment.
It's great, right? Jokey, you have no idea what we're laughing about.
I don't.
Which makes it even funnier.
So we're having lazy man cabbage rolls. Anybody want?
Lazy night cabbage rolls? Is that what you said?
Yep.
Okay, just checking. That's what I heard. No, I don't prefer it. If cabbage is gross.
I don't like cabbage either.
Plus, it smells.
Yeah, well, this smells like a hamburger and rice and tomato sauce.
And I can't eat any leafy greens for 6 months, anyways. So.
What? Why?
I was recently in the hospital for a blood clot in my lung.
Oh.
And the blood thinners I'm on, the vitamin K and leafy greens will interact with it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Doctor's orders not to eat leafy greens.
That's hilarious.
Right?
No greens for you. You must eat nothing.
But I mean,
green.
the closest I get would be like spinach, anyways, so.
So spinach is good though.
That I need 200 rounds for the.
Not by itself, obviously, but
Well, yeah, with ranch.
everything's better with ranch.
Right? Pizza, corn dogs, life.
Life. Just put ranch on life.
Well, I mean, I guess you could put ranch on life cereal, but that's not what I was talking about.
When I was in Missouri, I went to like a dinosaur bone shop, whatever, fossil shop. I got a tooth from a mosasaur.
Megalodon? Oh, a mosasaur?
A type of mosasaur, yeah.
Wow.
Pics.
It was pretty cool.
I'm curious to see. Usually,
Oh yeah, I can send you one.
Usually the teeth people pick up are megalodon teeth. They rarely ever pick up anything else.
Those are expensive.
Yes, they are because they're hard to find and tend to be
They're
pretty
extremely
big.
rare.
They
And
had
it's the only thing that comes from the megalodon that they can find. Well,
The only-
and there's a few vertebrae that exist in the world, but those are so expensive.
Just ignore the price tag when I send it to you.
Just ignore the price tag. Are you
Yeah,
sending
just
it,
ignore it.
are you sending it in
LSC,
Discord?
LSC. Yeah.
I'll send it in Discord.
Oh, that means I have to fucking log back into Discord again.
Oh no! Why don't you disconnect? Like log out?
I log out entirely because Discord sucks.
Because Discord sucks.
Oh, I love
I'll
this.
just put it in the Creative Misfit archaeologist thing.
Alrighty.
Me and my son regularly just use Discord to contact each other.
There was a praying mantis I had never seen. It was like huge, like the size of my finger.
$15?
Yeah. I told you to ignore the price tag on them. The Megalodon tooth was like $400.
That's why.
The most expensive Megalodon tooth was like $400.
Yeah.
There was one that was like, I can't remember, like 100, maybe somewhere in there. I just thought it looked cool. I didn't really care how common they are. They just looked cool.
Right.
So apparently I have to re-download Dark and Light, or at least figure out that if they're still on my computer, even though the files are obviously there and they can see the shortcut. Don't you love Steam sometimes?
It's exciting.
Never had that problem.
Well, good for you. I had this happen to me all the time with Ark. Yeah, this will take a while. Yeah, but there was like a praying mantis that was probably as big as my, it was bigger than my little finger.
What about a big finger praying mantis?
I had never seen one that big.
I will be right back.
Alright.
Fucking zero out on the goddamn.
Cake, did you fall asleep? Cake! I'm gonna move your ass.
Just move them, man.
User was
Got
moved
a
out of your
sunburn.
channel.
And he was sleepy. So he's kind of cranky and tiredy and quiet, so...
No, is it that time of the month?
Might be.
That's a dangerous game you play there, my boy.
I've heard worse.
Now everybody has a description. It's great.
Wait, what?
Huh? What?
What'd you say?
I don't know.
You're
What do you think
funny,
I said?
Anna.
What?
You're funny.
Am I funny?
Oh, I like my description, thank you.
Everybody else is really confused.
Do you know even what I'm talking about now, Joe?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Oh, this sucks.
Right, my dogs need letting out. Be back in a sec.
See you in 10. Love you, Joe. It's good to have you back.
Thank you.
I will warn you, Kason's cranky lately because his computer decided the blue screen of death.
Yeah,
He
I
may be
figured
back
that.
tomorrow.
Yeah, I normally think that he's cranky most of the time.
Yeah, extra cranky though.
Yeah.
Time.
Lakitu doesn't have one. You should get one for Lakitu.
Akita's not even in here yet, is he?
No, but neither is Haitsu.
Oh, he's up there. Haitsu's got one.
He does have one.
I put it on there. I mean, he fucking plays Mercy, so why not him?
Yeah.
I
I'm
haven't
outside
hung
the
with
zone.
Akitu
This
enough.
hurts.
He's one of my
Give him
favorite Germans.
A description.
Okay. And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
So how do you think you'd pronounce that on a P-T-Y-C-H-O-D-O-N?
Wait, what? What are we talking about?
We're talking about the tooth again.
Oh,
I
Is
would
it
think it'd
2:30?
be, I think it'd be Hydrodon. Because, like a pterodon, the P is silent.
Yeah, maybe. If you scroll to the very bottom of TeamSpeak and hover over Disco's name.
That's pretty good.
Oh, I cracked myself up.
Moana reference.
That's cool.
I finally saw it.
It
so.
is a Moana reference, but it's more of a reference to a disco ball kind of thing, you know. I fucking love Moana. Oh my god.
I saw it for the first time at my brother's house.
Yeah? What'd you think of it?
Well, when I first saw it, I was like, this is a kid's movie? And at the beginning, it doesn't really seem like a kid's movie. It's like more dark than Hercules.
Right? I was like, wow.
It's like the demon, the demigod. It's like, especially that lava thing. That lava monster thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have that song stuck in my head, Anna. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
So shiny. Shiny song.
I thought it was a Firefly reference.
Nope.
Firefly?
Yep, it's a TV show.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the bug.
hasn't always been this glam. I was a drab little crab once. Now I can be happy as a clam.
Wait, isn't he a snail?
He's not
No,
a
he's
snail.
a crab.
Oh, he is a crab, yeah.
He's a giant crab.
I've seen it once, alright? Give me a
Did your
break.
granny say listen to your heart? Be who you are on the inside?
Have you memorized the lyrics?
Only some
She's
of
a
them.
Disney nut.
One of those songs where it's just like,
Not as big crazy nut as Kason is, but I think, you know, Kason lives with his niece. So
Yeah.
Yeah, one thing I'm not looking forward to is having to get back into the kids' films.
well,
But
you
it's
know,
a sacrifice I'll have to make.
Hey, Minions are
could
pretty
be a
good, though.
worse thing to get into.
Yeah. Looking
Yeah.
forward to when it can pick up he can pick up a controller and we can play games together.
It.
It's definitely a he. I have. Oh
I
God.
love it. What's its name?
Oh dear. Bless his little heart.
Its little heart.
freaking drop landed across the hill.
Okay, I'm gonna go AFK while I eat, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit.
Alright, catch you later, Nate.
Okay.
User left your channel.
In the top 12.
Woot.
I remember getting kind of annoyed at Kason for him singing the You're Welcome song, like, for 6 straight months or whatever.
It was only 1 month. Jeez.
Oh, it felt like 6.
You're welcome.
He'd sing the whole song, too. Every day.
Luckily, I don't know it yet, so woohoo.
That's all I know, so. Especially, and that song doesn't really sound inappropriate. I grabbed a needle and buried his guts.
What film was it
And
from?
made coconuts.
Moana.
Moana.
Never
Or I
heard
killed
of
Enlil. You never heard of it? You
Nope.
never... Really?
it. Nope.
What? It's the newest Disney princess.
She's a princess?
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's a
yeah.
princess.
Yeah, I guess.
My oldest child is 21, so that's at least 17 years that I have not had
Little
to
Mermaid.
watch a bloody Disney film. And it's been marvellous.
I've never seen Beauty and the Beast. That's like the only one I've
Ugh.
ever seen.
My daughter loved that one. God, I was always having to watch it.
I saw Mulan like 2 years ago.
Mind you,
What?
saying that, I don't mind a little bit of Mary Poppins.
I love Mary Poppins. I love all the old Disney movies.
When you're talking about earlier joking with the lava, you're talking about Tafiti.
Yeah, sure, that's the one. I mean, I'll have to agree with you.
I may or may not have seen the movie quite a couple of times.
Well, I saw it on Netflix, so. I also saw Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them this summer. That was pretty good.
Yes, thank you for that. Definitely one to not watch.
You don't want to watch? You don't want to see it?
Nah.
Why not? Why is that?
Moana is awesome. Why wouldn't you want to see it?
Because it's a crap.
It's a great musical.
I think you would like it.
Nah. I will sit and I will watch them with him. The ones that he want to watch, and I'll say, oh wow, look at that, isn't it great? And I will be dying inside.
No, I don't think so with this. Not with this movie.
Oh, I will. I just hate children's films and children's
I like Hercules better
programs.
though, if I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, like Joe and I were saying, it's a little bit dark for being a children's film.
Yeah.
Buster. Stop. Oh.
Hercules was really good. That's a really good Disney movie.
Hercules,
God damn it.
Hercules. Did you die?
Yes. Someone ran up behind me.
What's your favorite
Actually, I got
musical
a
though?
freaking package.
If you even like musicals.
Excuse me,
I know what
guys.
mine is.
If you want to go old school, I like Grease. If you want to go new school, I like,
That's what I was gonna say.
whatchamacallit? That one high school TV show, but it's not High School Musical, it's...
There's a show that's that.
Yeah, what was it called?
Glee?
What was it? Yeah, Glee.
I'm trying to think of the one that had Grace Kelly and Bing Crosby in it. And I know.
White Christmas?
No, Grace Kelly wasn't in that, sweetie.
I can't remember
That was
who's in
George
it. I didn't even know
Clooney's
I've seen
and
it.
Debbie Reynolds.
What's the name of that movie?
It used to. It was the non-singing version was the Philadelphia Experiment. But I
The
can't remember.
non-singing version.
Yeah, yeah.
That just seems kind of boring.
It was a little bit. Oh, and it had that huge jazz singer as well. Well, not huge. He wasn't huge, but he was a big star. That jazz singer as well. Oh, Sasha Mouth, I think he was called. Oh, this is going to really bug me. I'm going to have to check. Hold on. Yeah, that's my favourite one anyway. It's old. I think it's 1940s, 1950s. It's one of the first coloured films there was.
Right. I think I know what you're talking about, but I could be wrong. Yeah, Grease is my favorite.
I don't mind a bit of Grease.
The
I
original
love Grease.
one, not that remake bullshit they did.
What do you mean that there's a non-original one?
Yeah, they made a second Grease.
Oh, the second Grease. Yeah, I saw that on. I've seen it scrolling down in Netflix. I'm like, why would you do that? Although I know a lot of people got really mad about the new Ghostbusters, but I saw like the first 45 minutes, an hour of Ghostbusters, and I'm like, it's not that great a movie.
Not gonna fucking watch
It's
that
really
either
boring.
because it fucking isn't supposed to be an all-female cast. They need to quit fucking with classics.
Yeah.
I found it.
Yay! Did you hear they want to remake The Labyrinth without David Bowie?
That's
I've never
a
seen The
terrible
Labyrinth.
idea.
Right?
Well, it's a terrible idea for us, but it's okay for the likes of Joe King because, you know, that generation doesn't know no different.
Well,
And
I
it
don't
was
know what the
called-
labyrinth is.
And it was called High Society.
What's
Ah.
the labyrinth?
What? Joe, tell me you're fucking kidding.
I asked you a question. What is the labyrinth? Like, what's it about?
It's kind of a big fantasy, epic, never-ending story.
Oh, like the never-ending story? Okay.
Not
Not
That
necessarily.
movie's
Like,
really creepy, though.
like.
I will say that about that movie.
You need to go watch it. Is is
Yeah,
best way to say it.
I tend to, if I'm watching a movie, it's gonna probably be a classic. Otherwise, it's probably gonna be nothing else. Like, extremely big, because most of the time I just watch shows. Is it seriously gonna download the whole Dark and Light again? That's BS.
Come
I've been
to
sitting
me,
here long
Mr.
enough anyways.
Wraith.
Although I do like the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit series, and those aren't that old.
I never managed to get into Lord of the Rings. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, never did like it.
Ugh.
I think because one of the first thing I ever read about it had big spiders in it, and it just put me right
Oh
off.
yeah, my mom doesn't like it because of that. She hates spiders. So do I, but like, it's in that movie, I'm fine with it. I would assume most British people like Harry Potter though, right?
Most, yes. I mean, I was reading Harry Potter to my children when they were like 4 years old.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. Yeah, we used to read it together.
I watched it recently, and I didn't think that was really a kid movie.
Oh yeah, it definitely is.
Seems a little like dark and stuff for that. Well, maybe not the first couple, but
Yeah, yeah, but we're kind of like that with our kids over here, though. We don't mind them being like scared and having dark things in their life.
yeah, I wasn't allowed to watch it when I was younger though. I mean, I didn't really have that much interest in watching it either though.
Ah, no. Well,
I didn't really
by the
see
time the films come out, me and my children were on the Order of the Phoenix, I think, somewhere along those lines. So we were really excited, and it was a big thing. Like, it wasn't just like me and my kids; it was their cousins and their auntie and their uncle, and you know, so many different members of the families.
Yeah.
With it, it was cool.
Yeah, I never really wanted to watch Harry Potter until I was like 12, because I had never really seen anything of it before. You know, like I hadn't seen a movie poster or a book or anything like that before. Even like in a bookstore, I'd never walk over to a section like that.
Oh wow, yeah. I was, as I say, I was reading it to my kids when they were really young. Well, we were reading it together, to be fair, because I mean, by the time they were 7, they could read an adult book.
I still probably didn't do that.
Oh, they don't
I
read
can't
very
read.
much now. My daughter does sometimes, but my boys, nah, they won't read. But they
I don't like reading either. I'd much rather watch a movie.
I love the movies, but you just miss so much.
Well,
Because
I'd rather watch
they
the movies and like read them afterwards, because that way you at least have some context.
Nah, it's nothing like using your own imagination. Although,
Well, that's what
when you're
most of the other part is, though.
dyslexic, Yeah, when you're dyslexic and you can't read the words, and you've not heard it before, you end up calling Hermione Granger all sorts of names. That's not Hermione.
Really?
And then when you go to the cinema, you embarrass your children because they say Hermione, and I go, "That's how you pronounce it," really loudly.
What can I think of it? I lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I just like I was thinking of it the whole time, but like I just forgot.
Alright.
Yeah, but like I had never really seen it anything to do with Harry Potter before. I was probably 12 or something like that.
Oh, I got another person watching my stream. Welcome, Mr. Person. That's not
I
saying
was more
anything.
interested in like animals and stuff. To even
You're gonna
think
carry
about
me.
anything,
Oh, darn it.
even like Lord of the Rings or anything like that. Well, except for Star Wars. I love Star Wars.
I actually live
Wow,
with someone
yeah.
who's never seen Star Wars.
There's a lot of people like that, and it's just
I've seen Star Wars and Star Trek, and I'm a more Star Trek fan than I am Star Wars. But
I've never seen
won't
Star
mind
Trek,
watching.
so there you go. Never seen the show.
What?
My
My dad
kids
used to
are
be
named
into it when he was
after
young.
Star Trek characters.
Yeah, my dad
well.
used to watch it when he was young, but
I gotta go to work.
Have a good
Alright,
evening
alright,
at
alright,
work.
catch you later.
See you
Later.
tonight.
Possibly.
Okay.
User disconnected from your channel.
Yep, I'd never seen the show.
Well, I suppose there will be. Don't you nick my biscuit, you goddamn son of a gun.
Cocker Spaniel?
Red
Or
setter.
your red setter, rather, yeah.
Red setter. He had his gob all round it as well, mate.
He had a what?
You already ate.
His gobble?
Like you
Gob
already had
is,
his food.
he was going to get his mouth all the way around
Oh,
there, so
okay.
I stopped him.
Okay. Yeah, we had Denzel and Squidge and I can't remember who else was in the Discord, and we were like, they said something, they were talking about British stuff, and I was like, I have no idea what you guys are talking about. They said bungalow, and I'm like, that seems like kind of an old term. I even asked my dad about it. It's like, yeah, it's more of a 60s term. Is like use like a pad. This is my bungalow.
You don't know what the hell bungalow meant?
I've heard of it. I've heard it before, but like, I didn't know exactly what it meant. I thought it was just like another name for a house.
Well, it's still actually used in vacation areas. Or African areas.
African areas. Like,
In Africa.
huh. I just thought they would call it like a house in their language.
Well, it is. It's just a single-story house.
Yeah.
Or fast
Well, it's just
floor.
it's just a lot easier to say house than bungalow. It's
No.
one syllable instead of 3. Americans are kind of lazy with their talking most of the time.
I'm saying nothing to that statement.
It's not assumption, it's pretty much true. Most Americans don't want to enunciate most everything. Anything that has an ing at the end, I drop the J most of the time. It's like fishing, hunting, cooking. Except for like Joe King, because that's a different type of thing. This is pronounced differently.
Uh-huh. Oh, the bloody grind is real on here, isn't it?
What's do you know any UK slang, Granny? Or Denzel?
What do you mean by slang?
User joined your channel.
Welcome
that
back,
was
Nate.
good.
Welcome back, sweetie.
Thank you.
Welcome back, Nate.
Well, we have lots of slang. Lots and lots of slang. I mean, well, I suppose our most
Can you think of any
famous... Oh, sorry, I was talking and I wasn't pushed to talk. Our most famous slang is the Cockney rhyming slang.
Oh, I've heard of that, yeah.
Yeah, so like apples and pears for the stairs and stuff.
Why is that a thing?
I don't know why it's a thing, but I know that it's been a thing for a very, very long time.
Apples and pears.
Yeah, apples and pears for the stairs. But, I mean, we have a peculiar turn of phrase, like, my mum would always, or my dad would always sort of say to me, like, especially in the winter, put the wood in the hole, which means close the door.
Okay.
And just sort of like, put the wood in the hole, was you born in a barn? That sort of thing. But then he come from Darlington, which is up north of the country. So for cigarettes, they used to call them tabs. He used to call me pet a lot. Why I pet, he used to say to me.
And I knew that not sure where in the UK, but they use fag as a cigarette.
That is literally everywhere.
It's everywhere?
Yeah, absolutely everywhere. Yeah, I'm having a fag is the thing.
Okay.
We only really like upper middle class call it cigarettes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I would say about 85% of the population calls them fags, which is really funny to us because when somebody in America insults a gay person, they inevitably use the word fag, and we kind of look at each other and go, "Why are they insulting cigarettes for?"
Yeah. Well, it's not necessarily just a gay person. It could be just somebody who's acting, like a fag.
Yeah, if you called a homosexual a fag over here, I think half the street would fill you in for it. Hello, Rat Sweetie, how are you doing?
In California, they would definitely do that. You would not be alive.
Nah, but that I think we're I suppose there is homophobic instances over here, but they're quite few and far between, especially where I live. I mean, it's supposed to be quite a rough area, but yeah, we don't get a lot of homophobia over here anymore. We're pretty luckily over that, I think.
Yeah, I just think the way I grew up is like it's pretty normal to, I mean, not to be what is it, homophobic? Yeah, that's the word. I couldn't even think of the word. But it wasn't normal to do that. But like, if you were, that's just kind of a normal thing to say. It wasn't like necessarily insulting homosexuals. It was just
I understand that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I understand that. It's just one of those things. I mean, it's horses for courses. Really, that's another little saying for you. Horses for courses.
What does that mean?
6 of one and half a dozen of the other.
It's what?
No, that's not what horses for courses means at all.
Isn't it? Oh, okay,
No.
but I got that wrong. See, my English isn't good.
The horses for courses comes from the fact that different types of horses run better on different tracks. So you'd have certain horses for a sand course, certain horses for a wet course, etc. Certain horses for jumping. Whereas 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, it means either or.
What a 6 half one or the other?
6, 1, half a dozen.
6 1 half
of one, half a dozen of the other.
So basically, it's just two different ways of saying 6.
Oh, well, that seems kind of ridiculous.
It's
Just
English.
say 6. You just say 6.
No,
I mean,
we
it's
can't
easy.
be doing that.
Pretty much the reasoning behind it is a case of another term that's more commonly used over here in North America is same shit, different shovel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Same
ours
shit,
sounds
different day.
posher.
No, ours sounds politer, not posher.
Politer, yeah.
Politer then, yes.
Yeah.
The question is, do they know what a baker's dozen is?
Oh no,
That's
please
13.
don't.
17.
Oh, they
Yay!
do!
Yeah, they
Way!
sell a bunch of...
Which never made sense to me.
It's
I mean, if
because
Baker's dozen, I guess maybe the baker eats the one and technically you
No.
get 12, but you know.
it was basically, if he was making a dozen rolls, he'd always put a 13th in case one went wrong.
Oh, okay. Well, they sell, like, donuts and stuff like that over here in, like, grocery stores and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do that for buns or anything. I've just seen donuts for that.
Usually the only way to get a baker's dozen is actually a donut shop, though, not a regular grocery store that sells donuts.
Where
you
I'm
actually pick
from,
up
they
the
have them.
donuts. Unless you actually pick up the donuts out of a bin and put them in yourself.
No, they the grocery store that I went to a lot when I was younger had them.
You're garbled again for me, Joe.
It was in
It
a
was
big
quite clear for
cardboard
me.
box.
It's weird.
It was garbling a little bit for me as well, but it was clear enough I could
And
hear
me
it.
too.
Oh, is mine again? Mine's acting up.
Yeah.
Oh
It
my
happens
gosh.
to Kitty all the time too.
Yeah.
See, that
probably
doesn't
just
normally
your headset.
happen. Oh, sugar lumps. Oh, sugar lumps. Excuse me. Gotta go. Go on. Go away from me, Mr. Goblin.
Yeah, I think most of the things that a lot of, well, not everything, but there's quite a few things that British people say that we don't say unless you're like rich, which kind of, it sounds like a more upper class thing to say for just anything normal.
Really? Like what?
I can't think of any, but I've definitely heard a bunch of things that you guys have said that sound really posh, or whatever you want to call it.
We try and go out of our way not to sound posh, to be honest.
I mean, Americans just think every British person's posh.
Whereas,
At least I do.
Whereas phonetically, some American accents are far more posh than some British ones.
Cool, yeah.
Really? Like what? I've never thought of any American as posh, except for maybe like rich people.
Posh Spice.
Posh Spice is English.
But
What's that?
Still.
Victoria Beckham is Posh Spice.
Yeah. Posh Spice Girls. Come on, joking.
Oh, okay. The Spice Girls. I was like, Posh Spice? I didn't know what that meant. I thought there's just some spice that posh people use.
To put on your burger?
I guess.
Oh, bless your heart.
I know who the Spice Girls are, don't get me wrong. I just didn't get it.
Yeah, it's okay.
No, it's not.
Oh, Rats, that's a fighting talk. Rats just said we're not allowed to listen to you, Joe, because you're from Texas.
Oh.
Okay, Anna,
Yeah.
I take banter pretty well.
tell me when to stop. I'm generating a map seed for my banished game.
You're generating a map for your banished game?
Yeah, random map seed.
Just
Yeah,
say
my-
stop at some point.
My Minnesota family does it all the time. It's like, you're from
Interesting.
Texas, you don't know what you're talking about.
Texas does get a bad rap, to be fair, especially in
No,
England.
that's just a joking thing.
Oh, right.
Not like me as joking, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. I think in England, the impression is all the bigots come out of Texas, and I'm sure that's not the case.
No,
I'm
they come from Alabama too.
That's just an impression, that's all.
Yeah, I get that. There's a lot of people in Texas,
Yeah.
and I mean, obviously, there's gonna be people everywhere that are
Oh.
like that.
I think
All
it's
right,
because
now hit
most
the
of the
stop
stuff.
button.
I think it's because most of the stuff we get over here about Texas in the news and stuff is all about the border.
Oh yeah, Yeah, that's true.
So you do
And
get a very bigoted impression.
yes, and unfortunately, so much about women's health as well. So much.
Women in Texas?
Yeah,
Women's health?
yeah.
I'm confused. Oh, you mean just like the obesity crisis?
No, no, no. I mean reproductive health. Like abortions.
Oh wait, no, I was chipping it earlier.
Okay.
I was about to say, don't, you'll embarrass him again, but no, that was Chippy that was blushing.
Oh
No,
right.
it was cake.
No,
Cake
it's
even,
just
I wouldn't see.
over here, women are very much in charge of their own reproductive health. So, if we have sex and it was like the condom broke or we never used precautions, we could go to a supermarket. Go
A
up
supermarket?
to a supermarket, go into the chemist in the supermarket and say, "Can I have the morning after pill?" And it'd cost us $5 and we get it.
You can do that here in the U.S., but it costs you $40 for two pills.
You can do that in the U.S.
Yeah, it's called pharmacies, like in Walmart and stuff.
I didn't know that they did that.
But
Yeah,
also,
Well, you're not a girl.
You're not a girl.
So technically, you're not gonna know that.
That's true. I
Also,
suppose.
If
although
remember,
you
right?
should
Rapid
know it.
Testing outside abortion clinics.
Pardon?
Nah.
What was
I
that?
said, also, we don't have people protesting outside the abortion clinics.
If I saw anybody protest outside of abortion clinic, I'd go straight up to them and I'd nut them one. How dare they?
Yeah, me too.
I think that you'd have to be either incredibly insane or incredibly stupid
Yeah.
to protest outside of our abortion clinics.
I honestly don't believe in abortion unless. Hold on, don't beat me up just yet.
I won't.
People in Texas say
Unless-
that all the time and they don't back it up with any claim like
Unless
that.
it was like a rape scenario, or like the child would not have a long life, like if it would come out in like hours, maybe a day kind of deal, and it would suffer,
Or
then I can understand it. But
or if, for example, let's say the mother just can't carry.
well, yeah, that'd be kind of the same thing.
Yeah, if it's a health issue, but I don't.
I'm not gonna
agree
get
with
into my views of it though,
I don't
because I'm
agree
very
with women.
conservative.
Using it
Fair
as
enough.
contraception.
And
Yeah.
I know I'll get bashed.
No, you won't get bashed. You won't get
Yeah,
bashed
I
unless
will.
you.
Trust me.
You won't get bashed unless you absolutely try and stop a woman. Then I
Of
may.
course I wouldn't do that.
I
It's their
may
free
get
will to do that.
I may get a little bit annoyed then, because as far as I'm concerned, I can't say that actually, because that's you're talking to a minor, Denise.
I don't care.
Yeah,
Joking
you
aside,
really
he's
would.
one of us.
You really
The only
would.
thing I don't agree with UK abortions is I think the cut-off date is a bit too late in gestation. I think it should be earlier, because we're at, 23 weeks you can have an abortion, and that's like halfway through.
Yeah,
That
should
seems
be 12
ridiculous.
or less. That's not
Yeah,
real. Yeah.
I personally feel about 10 to 12 is as late as an abortion should be allowed, but again, it's fuck all to do with me, I'm male.
Yeah. For me, it's just like, it's their free will, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm okay with it, but it's still
And that is
whatever.
more than fair enough. More than fair enough.
It's like with a lot of things, I mean, because I'm conservative, most things like that.
Yeah, but then again that goes back to my view of Texas. I think most of Texas, from just reading the internet and talking to people, I think most of Texas is made up of conservative people, whereas
Most of them.
in England, I think we are a hell of a lot more liberal than Americans.
Oh yeah, a lot more compared to Texas. A lot more,
Yes.
yeah. And obviously there's the cities, which makes up like most of the population of Texas. Most of them are liberal,
Yeah.
especially Austin, because Austin's motto is "Keep Austin weird."
But then I think also religion is quite big in Texas, isn't it?
Yeah, well, most of the South.
Yeah. See, over here,
Yeah, yeah.
We're becoming a very non-religious country. I know one person in my sphere
Except
of
for Islam.
people that, yeah, except for Islam. But I personally only know one person that goes to church, and that's only on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I know people like that too.
But that is all I know. I don't know anybody else that goes to church at all.
Yeah, most people down here do. It just depends on their beliefs, but I would say a big percentage of people do down here.
And I think that where you find a lot of Christian or Catholic, I don't know if you're prominently Christian or Catholic in Texas.
I'm not Catholic. It's not Catholic, no.
It'd be Christian then.
More Baptist and Lutheran.
Okay then. But I think when you come across situations like that, I think the conservative is the name of the game. Being conservative.
Yeah. Most people, though, I think in general, are just like they don't really.
Hi, Cake. Welcome to Sex Talk. How can we help you?
Cake. 3, 2, 1. Oh.
You put the dick in the vagina and then
I
you swirl it around.
I was not expecting that.
Okay then.
Hi, Cake. Welcome back.
Well, I wasn't ever going to say anything like that. How did we get on this subject? This was Joe, wasn't it?
I'm sorry.
It's Joe's fault.
Always blame the conservative, I see.
Yep.
Change the accent. That's the way it works.
Okay, then I'll start collecting stone, I think.
Morgan Freeman uninjured after private plane crashes into the Mississippi.
No, he can't go. Oh no. He's
Death
got to be
is
more
gonna die
careful.
Before Morgan Freeman
He's
does.
got to be more careful.
What?
Yeah,
What are you talking
stupid
about?
person.
With
Morgan
dying on
Freeman's
private
God,
planes and
Jesus
shit.
Christ.
What did you say? What did Morgan Freeman do? Or whatever?
Morgan Freeman is God. He can't die.
He's uninjured. His private plane crashed in the Mississippi.
That sucks.
So much for you being able to speak English.
I don't. I mean,
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman. Most actors, I mean, I do care, but like, it does not that big of a deal for me.
I don't.
I think we've got a few celebrities over here that I think the country would come to a standstill and mourn. And I think that the guy that Knighter, help me out here. I can't remember his bloody name. The guy that narrates all the nature programs.
Oh, Benedict Cumberbatch.
No,
David
bless him.
Attenborough.
Oh, David
That's it,
Attenborough.
David Attenborough. I think when he goes, I just don't know what the country's going to do.
He's got a cool
but I
accent.
think that-
Who's the
yes,
guy?
you have a cake, Grats.
Bearbies.
Yes, it is Cake Rats.
So Cake is like Joe. They're underage, but they don't act it. So we just treat them as
You forget
adults.
sometimes. Yeah.
I've
No,
got
no.
to
I'm
be.
close enough.
I've got to be careful because I'm used to hanging around with like adults. So
So am I, though.
sometimes I'm a
Joking
little
and
bit
Cake
more.
are both like 16.
I'm 16, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm almost 17.
Isn't a conservative 16 for God's sake? He should have a warning around his neck.
Warning around my neck? What do you mean?
Be careful what you say in front of this person.
I don't care.
I would never want to insult anyone. Or
I've been
upset
on the
them.
internet too long to care.
Yeah, there is that. I mean, that will
Notice how
be the
Cake
downfall of most
Blotted
conservatives.
out.
Yeah, he's
muted
like-
us.
Well, he said something not expected, just when he said cake, 3, 2, well then you put the penis in the vagina, and then...
Oh, I'll be right back. My order is here.
Alright. What were we talking Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're getting off that subject now, I think.
Yeah. It's a good idea.
I got 7 people in my chat wondering what the friggin' heck is going on. Oh, one's left. You scared him away.
Yeah, well, I do that sometimes.
Alright, let's go and get some meat for the animals.
Jeez, scared me.
Oh, my dog's
Was that
barking
Knight?
again, for Gordon Bennett's sake.
I need
Nate,
a
was that
link,
you?
cause, I didn't, yeah. Apparently my YouTube didn't wanna stay subscribed to Denzi.
No!
Alright, I'll BRB. I gotta take a piss.
See you later, Rats Hun. I hope you have a wonderful day. Right, I just gotta go and let my dogs out again, guys. Be back in a sec.
Thanks, sweetheart.
No problem. Might as well upload the second episode of Carmex Sim whilst I'm waiting for version 1 of episode 1 of 7 days to render, so I can then cut it in 2 and re-render both halves.
Oh, cool. So, did I really scare the crap out of you, Joe?
Hey, you scared him off his headset?
I think so. Joe.
And sweetie, you need to follow that link from last night and watch the video and subscribe to the kitty night. I know you haven't, because I know who all 3 of my subscribers are.
Because I didn't have the computer really accessed well. I was on the Wi-Fi's. And there's so many other things that's on the Wi-Fi's.
Night?
You are so garbled. And I
I'll
asked, did I
restart
really scare you?
my TeamSpeak.
Nope,
It's
you're
back
okay
to
now.
normal now.
Alright, that's good. I know who, when the country stood to a halt here, it was like, Prince. When Prince died. That was mostly a Minnesota thing, though.
Yeah, well, Minnesota's strange.
Canada's strange.
Duh. I live here. Duh.
It's a good point. Denzel, you're there?
No,
She's
she
like
went
AFK.
out, went to take the dogs out.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Jeez, I
And
hate
I'm
that
watching
it's
my people demolish things.
Alright, sorry about that, guys. I'm back.
Oh, you're fine.
Are you sure you're back?
I'm back.
I am, well, for a little while anyway, until she moans at me again.
What about
Silly dog.
Squishy Middle?
Squishy metal.
Yeah, she might be Squishy Middle. You never know.
I don't understand that reference, I must admit.
I don't get it either.
Don't feel bad.
Because when some people say, I'm back, someone else will come out with, I'm front, and her favourite one is to say, well, I'm Squishy Middle.
Oh, Oh yes, I get it. That's quite clever.
But nobody's been doing the I'm front, so every time you say you're back, she just says, what about squishy middle?
Cause I'm a smartass, okay? Fight me.
Better than being a dumb.
Damn straight.
I'm quite willing without you, but it's a little bit far.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Working on it, but still a little bit far away.
I'm just getting meat, guys, for the everyone's animals for some reason.
You're just getting your meat?
Yeah, meat for everyone's animals. I seem to be the only one logging on at the moment.
I can't get on, so don't
I know
blame
you
me.
can't.
Yep, we all know Denzi likes to
Yeah,
get
blame
in the meat.
Scriptar. Scriptar's on.
Well, I have 3 children, don't you know?
Yeah, I know we all know. You know?
Yeah. We do know.
Denzi loves that meat. She's gonna slap me in a minute.
Is this the point where I inform Knight that occasionally Denzi's children watch this stream?
And this is where I go, and I care because I'm not her children.
You're gonna give
I'm
them a
not
bad
related to them.
impression of their mother.
I'm pretty sure by this time they've already got a bad impression of me.
Yeah, they lived with her.
Yeah. With only one toilet
They're
in
her
the house.
spawn, okay?
They're her spawn. That's a funny word.
Besides the point.
Excuse me.
My
You think
kids are all brought up to think I'm normal.
you're normal?
No,
think
nobody's
so.
parents are normal.
I'm not normal.
I think my kids wished I was normal right up until the point where I used to give them time off when a new Halo game came out because I wanted to play it in peace as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, my mom's like you, Denzi.
It's not a bad thing. Well, it is a bad
No,
thing.
she plays games with us, and it's because of her that I started playing D&D.
Ooh.
When
Well,
I was a
it's-
baby, she used to take me to the D&D games, so I've been gaming since I was born.
See, I think that's wonderful.
What you know?
And it's like I tried to explain to my son when he was upset about his girlfriend being a little bit pregnant. Hi, hon, how you doing? And he was a little bit upset, and I was like, because he was worried about being a good dad and that. And I said to him, what are the best things about your childhood that you can remember? And he said playing video games with you and Dad. I says, how much did that cost? Not a lot. But it did cost time. I says, and as long as you give your child time, I says, he'll be fine with everything else. Just like you were.
Yeah, my parents used to play Mario Kart Double Dash with me a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, some of my favorite memory, one of my favorites actually, is my cousin who recently passed away. Her and my mom would stay up all night playing Super Mario Brothers 3 and beat it and get the 8 levels of P-Wings so that me and my brother could go and continue playing just to, mess around and do whatever.
Oh.
That's lovely.
See, the closest I got to gaming with my parents is I used to paint the models off Hero Quest with my dad before he died. But yeah, my mum was useless. She still is.
My mum
User joined your
started...
channel.
Hey, Chippy.
Hey, Chippy, sweetie.
Hey.
My mum
What up?
started playing Buster Move when she was 68. On the PlayStation 1. Which I thought was pretty cool.
I
That
remember
was
the
pretty
lyrics
cool.
to that song.
What up until the moment where she refused to turn the music off, and then I friggin' hated it. Because obviously she was retired at that point, so that is literally all she did.
I just remember when I was a kid, you know, I got my first Game
were
Boy,
a
which
kid?
was, yeah,
I can't believe you grew out of it.
about 60 years ago.
He
Back
didn't
when
go
dinosaurs
out of
roamed
it,
the
that's a
earth?
lie.
But I had the original Game Boy that my dad got me, and he had one too, and we were playing Tetris on the link cable, and he kept sending me boneheads, and I was like, no, stop beating me.
Oh, that's wicked. Well, see, that's another thing. I never, ever, ever let my kids beat me. If we were playing cards, I never let him beat me. If we were playing video games, I never let him beat me. If I was playing pool with them in a pub, I'd never let him beat me. So when they eventually did start getting good enough to beat me at video games, it was such an accomplishment.
Yeah.
I never, and they knew it was a genuine accomplishment, and it never ever got taken away from them. And that's another thing that they always remember, was their first time that they beat me.
See, I'd love to say the same, but the closest I came to playing games with any of mine, apart from little board games where it was designed for them to win, was I was playing EverQuest 2 one night, and I decided to let Amory actually play my Annie character, which was my healer. She was 3. She was a better fucking healer than me.
Kids are born with the innate ability to, you know, kick ass in video games.
It's true.
I remember...
This is keyboard and mouse in EverQuest 2.
That's cool.
And she
That is
was
cool.
better than me.
I remember playing Tekken. I mean, bearing in mind, guys,
Oh my
my
god,
kids...
I love that game.
Yeah, I loved it as well. My kids were little darlings. Lovely little darlings. Joe, hold your ears. They were little bastards, darlings. Absolute little fucking bastards. I am not kidding you.
Hey Joe, she said fucking bastards.
Oh no.
Yes, I apologise, Joe.
I've never said worse.
But I used to. I used to have one that used to go to sleep at about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and one that used to get me up at about 4. So,
Oh boy.
yeah, I was always knackered. And stress, I mean, when there were, 2 and 3, they decided they were going to steal the car. And one was sat on the chair.
Oh my gosh!
Oh
I
yeah.
did that when I was 5.
Yeah, one was sat on the chair, and Dominic, the smallest one, was working the pedals.
Oh my god.
And it was
my
so
gosh.
lucky that they just couldn't turn the key because the steering lock was on.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it was, that's what they were like. They were a nightmare. Anyway, I used to use Rainbow Six as my stress relief because they all loved that game and we all had it at the same time.
That's a good game.
Yeah, we all had 3 original Xboxes, and at the time, 50 cal was allowed in the game. It was before the time where you could toggle it on and off, and it was always on. So I used to just join their games, get the 50 cal, hide in a place, round the corner, headshot him. Cheapest therapy ever. It was amazing.
What did you do with your kids? I shot them in the head in the video game.
Exactly. But it was brilliant. I used to, because we was in separate rooms, so I used to be sat there and I'd say, "Where are you, you little fuckers? Come to me. Where are you?"
That's so funny, listening to, you know...
And it helped me. It got me through. It got me through their years. It really did. But it stopped when we started playing Tekken, and my son Dominic used to go on to Eddie, and he used to just sit there, look out the window, and just completely get perfects on me. It stopped being fun then. But yeah, video games have saved my children's lives.
Well, that's a very, very good way to think about it. Mine thinks video games are destroying my life.
No. My kids used to say to me, "Mum, can we go out?" I used to say, "Yep, where are you going?" "Oh, just hanging around Dawson on the streets." I say, "No." "What do you mean, no? No. You got somewhere to go, you're more than welcome to go out. But until that time, let's go down to Blockbusters and go hire you a video game."
God, I wish I would have heard that.
Because it kept them safe. It kept them off the streets. I mean, bearing in mind, where we were living in a council estate above some shops. So it was masonettes, which were like houses above shops.
Yeah, upstairs flats.
Yeah, and on the same landing, I had two drug dealers and a prostitute.
Oh yeah, you needed to keep a tight rein.
Didn't want my very special needs children out playing too often. But saying that, because we had the Xboxes and everything, everyone used to just pile in my house. I used to go to work and then come home and walk in, and there'd be my dinner. Started off as a nice big dinner because Tim used to be at home and he'd cook for me. And by the time he'd finished dishing up to like 6 or 7 other kids, we used to be left with a side plate of food. And we just used to end up feeding the neighbourhood. And you know what? Even now, I will get messaged on Steam and all sorts of things like that from their kids. They still love it now. They still remember that. It's great.
That's so
Some
good.
of my favorite memories growing up is this one time. I don't remember what I had done, but I got grounded. So Mom's like, "That's it, Di. You're grounded." I'm like, "Mm." Well, my friends kept coming to the door, and I couldn't go out, so I opened the door, but the screen door. So I opened the window so I could still talk to my friends. And they kept, "Come on, try and see if you can get off grounding." So I sat there for an hour. "Mom, can I go outside now? Mom, can I go outside now? Mom, can I go outside now?" She turned around, looked at me and said, "Diana, you are hereby grounded outside until it gets dark. Get out of my face."
That's great.
If my kids wanted to be let off punishments, they used to go creeping around their dad. In fact, they used to actually beg their dad to set the punishment. Because if he used to say they're grounded, guaranteed within 3 days, if he were grounded for a week, guaranteed for 3 days, they'd be out again. And it used to infuriate me. So when I used to ground them, they were bloody grounded. And it was okay until, what was it, we were 13? And they got drunk downtown and they got brought back by the police. Not for being drunk, but because of something else that had happened. I can't remember what. And we said to the police, I said to him, "Have you been drinking?" "No." "Are you sure you haven't been drinking?" "No." So we asked the police to breathalyse them. So of course it come back that they'd been drinking. Yeah. So they were grounded for a month.
Oh,
and they did not get out.
I only managed to get grounded once, and that was by the time I was living with my sister instead of my mother. At which point I was 14, and I just turned around and said, "Fuck this," and went and rented a flat instead. I moved out because I got grounded.
Another time, I don't remember this, but my mom said this happened. I was about 3 years old, and I was watching Sesame Street. And my father, who I call a sperm donor, for reasons we'll not get into, used to swear a lot. And, of course, 3 years old, we all know what children are like at 3 years old.
Yeah. Yep.
They repeat everything.
Yep.
Well, anyways, he makes a comment of, "Oh, I wish those kids would just fuck off." Because the neighbor kids were a few years older than me, and they were being a little loud. And so I get up from watching my TV, open the screen door, and with this cute little voice go, "Hey, you kids, will you just fuck off?" Close the door, and go back to watching my TV.
My youngest Patrick, he used to, and I tried very hard not to actually swear in front of my children when they were very young. And I was there one day, and we were playing Lara Croft at Tomb Raider on the original PlayStation. So it was quite an old one. We were playing that together, and she died. And all of a sudden, he turned around. I think he was about 4.5, and he went, "Wow." He went, "That wasn't very good, was it, Mummy?" I went, "No, darling." I says, "That." I says, "We're just going to have to try again." He went, "Yeah." He says, "I think I'll call her a fucking bastard." What did you say?
I'm such a proud mum.
He went, "She's a fucking bastard." And I went, "Just 2 seconds, Mummy needs a wee." I nearly wet myself in the bathroom. I cried with laughter. And I rung Tim up, his dad, and I said, "Darling," I said, "Are you driving?" He went, "No." I said, "You sure you're not driving?" Because he's a lorry driver. "Are you driving?" "No." I said, "You parked up?" He went, "Yeah." I said, "You've got to listen to this." I says, "Patrick," I says, "Daddy's on the phone." And he was excited. I says, "Tell Daddy what you just called Lara Croft." And he went, "Daddy, Lara Croft's a fucking bastard."
I'm gonna be in there, bastard.
It was brilliant. Yeah, the only time I ever really permitted my children to swear, just because it was hilarious.
I have to admit, for my kids these days, I don't really care if they swear, because everybody swears. As long as they're not as long as they're swearing as an expletive and not swearing at someone.
Yeah.
Then I don't care.
I mean, the words themselves have been so normalized anymore.
Yeah, like I remember when I was a kid, if you said the word bitch, oh, heaven forbid, you know?
Well, yeah, I mean...
Nowadays, it's on the frickin' radio, and, you know?
Well, it's not even technically called a swear word anymore.
I remember getting beaten for saying fuck.
Well, it's on British television. And they don't even censor
Fuck.
it, so...
A lot.
No, they
We
say
don't
the
censor
American. They say the words that Americans refuse to say still.
Oh, on our television, after 9 o'clock, the word "cunt" is anyone's saying.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
definitely.
it's all over the place. Like Kaysen gives us so much shit for not saying cunt.
Yeah, I mean to us, it's like wanker. Wanker is almost a turn.
I love that one.
It's almost a turn of endearment at this point.
Yeah, but Americans can't say wanker, right?
No, we can't. It's just something we can't say.
We can't say it.
It doesn't sound right.
No, it doesn't. Like, we just don't have the ability to do it correctly.
All we have is fuck off. And then give him the finger.
Oh yeah, that's our thing. Yeah, you fuck off.
Yeah,
like
we were on the driveway and this dude was trying to get around us in this 18-wheeler. He like stuck his finger way out in the middle of the road, so he like made sure that we saw what he was doing. It was hilarious.
And he didn't just pull over, he pulled right the fuck over.
Would you please fuck off? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, offend you.
I'll fuck off now, thank you.
If you can be offended, man. I don't care. You're offended. That's it. That's as far as it gets.
Yeah, but we're Canadians. We're supposed to be nice. Actually, we're vicious.
Yeah, Canadians swear like a sailor.
We're horrible.
Yeah, Canadians are horrible.
You heard it here first, folks.
We can be. Certain ones are just brutal.
My American ethnocentrism says that Canadians are horrible.
I think everyone's got the ability to be nasty, but I think Canadians are more inclined not to be nasty than most of the rest of the world.
Oh no, we're more inclined to be nasty, but we say sorry, and people think that we're apologizing for it. Truth is, no, we're not. We're just trying to lull you into a false sense of security, so that when we come and attack you later, that people sit there going, the Canadians are attacking. Yeah, right.
There could be some truth to that, guys. I think British people, people
Are
think that we're
screwed in the head?
very, well, yeah, apart from that, people think we're very reserved. And I
No.
suppose, in a way, we are. Well, we kind of are. If you go onto the subway, and Kitty, I'll let you tell you about this. If you go on the subway and you start talking to people, they actually think that you're a lunatic.
Yeah,
because it's just not done. It's not the thing. You don't do that.
Oh yeah.
Every time we pull up to a gas station, not every time, but quite often, the guy right next to us would be like, "Oh, where are you from in Texas?" or whatever. They just start talking.
No, that doesn't happen over here. That's a big no-no. But
I think that's mostly Europe, though. Like most of the world is like that.
I think it's because we're so squashed up together.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the European countries, I mean, most of them are, especially compared to America and Russia, so small. So a lot of the times, yeah, you're always in other people's businesses, you know, and we don't like that. You know, to mind your own business is one of the things that is revered up here.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah,
But
the only time that I don't mind my own business is when it involves a child.
And that is universal everywhere.
Yeah. I beat the absolute living daylights out of a guy last Christmas because he was dragging his kid along by the arm and kept getting rougher and rougher because she was crying because he was hurting her arm. So I grabbed him by the arm and started dragging him down the street and asked him how he fucking liked it and beat the shit out of him.
Nice.
Go you.
I was having a bad day.
Yeah, but that sort of thing is, I'll always say to kids' friends and stuff when they've always come up to me, they're like, Auntie D, yes, babe. Can I tell you a secret? Yes, you can, sweetie, but if it's a child protection issue, I can't promise I'm going to keep it. That was always my go-to. Because you just can't. You can't keep it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, dang it.
Do you know what? I'm forever repairing these bloody things.
I still can't get in the game. It still thinks that I don't have it on my computer.
Really?
You don't. You don't. You're delusional.
I know, man. I know.
The stupidest adult keeping it a secret about a child protection thing I ever came across was when my sister finally decided to open up to someone about what was happening to us at home. And the school didn't come and tell me. I was home by the time I found out that she was talking to the police. And I was home and I found out because the police turned up and arrested my stepfather right next to me. The school should have told me and stopped me from going home.
Yes, definitely. How many years ago was this?
I was 13 at the time, so we're talking 96?
21.
97?
Luckily,
like
things have changed since then. I know, because I've done child protection training. Which is not nice. Although, it really shocked me, because there was a question that we had to answer. And it was, if a child come out of school and was in a really distressed state and was crying, and they run up to you and they flung their arms around you, what would you do? A, would you take the child, shove the child away? B, take the child quickly into a teacher and get them to sort it out? 3, usher the child away, just sort of like child away for you, get her in the car and get her home quickly? Or 4, hug the child back and try and find out what's the matter with it.
Is this your child or some random child?
Sorry, I'm a school escort, so I escort disabled children to and from school, so it was part of that sort of training. They go to special schools, so yeah, they need an escort.
It's my child. Yeah. Versus if it's someone else, it's like, ew, gross.
Well, nowadays it's kind of like...
Well, everyone done their answers, and it went round the table and that, and the lady said, who had answer 1, shoved the child away. Everyone in the room put their hand up. And I'm thinking,
Really?
Oh, dear, am I wrong? Wow, I never done that. And she just looked at me, she goes, what answer did you give? And I said, the answer I gave was I get down on my knee and I find out what the hell's wrong with that child while hugging it back. And everyone tutted me. They tutted me, which is a real big insult in England, guys.
Yeah.
I figured, yeah.
Tutted me.
Like scoffing or...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... Well, too many people are like, oh, they're afraid that you're gonna be a pedophile. It's like, that's like 1%, not even 1% of the population.
Exactly, exactly. And it's a fear. It is a fear for them. And I just turned around and I got quite narky about it. So I just turned around and I said, well, I don't care. I said, if people want to sack me, they can sack me. I said, but my motherly instincts would kick in, and I'll want to find out what the hell's the matter with that child. I said, and I don't care what they say. And they was all like, well, no, that's the right answer. People are too scared to get involved in with children now, and it's wrong.
Yeah.
Wait, are we still on this children stuff? I was gone for like half an hour.
Oh, it's child protection now, sweetie.
Oh, okay.
It's different children stuff.
We're talking about chocolate bunnies.
Why do we keep talking about children? It's kind of
I
weird.
don't know.
Yeah, Joe, why do we keep talking about people like you?
Joe.
People like me.
Yeah.
Hi, Chippy.
I
go up
still
to
say
some
the
random person and
scariest
start...
thing that I can imagine right now is a little kitty night.
Oh my gosh.
No, a little Chippy.
Yeah.
A little chip.
Laugh alone would scare you.
Chippy block.
Every time I say chip it, and Anna just goes into a complete giggle fit.
Wait, what?
Funny.
Who does what now?
All you have to do is say chip it.
No. No.
Why, but it's funny.
No.
And then if you get a whole bunch of them, you put them in a fake bag, and then you can say it's a bag of chippets.
Bag of chips. Just go with a
Or
bag of chips.
chiplets.
Wouldn't
No,
it be
that's
a
what you call
bag of
3 of
In
them.
the UK.
Huh?
Now I can go to the fish and chip shop and buy a bag of chips.
Bag of chips.
I went to like a Bubba Gump's restaurant, which is just like a strip restaurant.
We all
not
know
that
what
long ago.
Bubba Gumps is.
The UK
Come
people
on.
might not.
The UK
I don't know
people.
what it is.
What do you mean, UK people?
People from the United Kingdom or Great Britain.
So are
whatever.
you saying that you went to a strip club and you're only 15?
And he was
I'm
drinking.
16, but I don't see what a strip club has to do with anything.
You just said you went to a
Anyways,
strip club.
I said
or were you working?
I don't live in Kansas. They don't do that kind of stuff here.
He lives in Utah.
No, Anna lives in Utah.
Well,
I said
peace
to
out,
my
guys.
family at like when I
Peace.
like,
Bye,
what'd you
Kate.
order there?
Bye, cake.
Bye, cake.
See you,
Cake,
hon.
Cake.
Bye, Cake.
Cake.
Chippy,
Get the hell out of here.
Where would you be if you hadn't told
Okay,
you that
Chippy.
just now?
Guarantee better at any game that Chippy
Come
plays.
Alright, hold
Come
on.
back sometime, Cake.
Hold on. Cake, don't leave.
User
leaves.
left your channel. User was moved out of your channel.
But anyways, I said I ordered fish
User
and chips
left
to my
your
family
channel.
once, and they were
User
confused.
was
It's like,
moved to
do you mean
your channel.
chips
User
or do you
left
mean
your channel.
French fries? And then I said French fries. He's like, what? Well, that's kind of confusing, isn't it? I'm like, no, because fish and chips normally means French
User
fries
was moved
and
to your
fish.
channel. User left your
And
channel.
they were so confused by it for some reason. They forget that it's a British food and not American.
Really?
Yeah, there's like, you mean like potato chips? Or no, I mean French fries. Fish and chips. Ugh.
It's not even... Well, I don't know. I suppose it is French fries, but to us, French fries are very thin, spindly things, whereas chips are
Great big
nice,
fat, greasy,
fat.
fantastically
See, we
wonderful,
have
best thing in the
really,
world
really
food.
fine ones are called shoestring. And
They're
then we
called
have
what?
the wedges. They're called shoestring potatoes.
I've never heard of that.
They're called shoestring because they're long and very thin and really pathetic.
Yeah, those are French
There's a
fries
couple
to
jokes
us.
right there.
Then you've got just, or they're also called frites.
Called what?
If you want to be posh. Frites.
What are they?
User joined your channel.
Frites. Frites.
Oh,
Really?
Lord.
But she does live in Canada. The occasional
I
French
just-
word's gonna slip in somewhere.
Oh, occasionally, yeah. Yeah,
No,
exactly.
you want to know what a French fry is? It's when a Quebecer gets out of line and we, toss them in the fire.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So you've got to be nice to Quebecans for the next week at least, night.
Wait, why?
Why the fuck do I have to do that?
Because Kyle's a Quebecan and he's only just had his house rebuilt and then that tornado came through.
Fuck yeah, I forgot. He's... Well, I said, people I know, because I know a few people from Quebec, they're not Quebecers. They're Canadian.
Yeah, to be fair, Chris and Kyle and Matt are definitely Canadian, not Quebecan.
Oh,
Matt
bollocks.
can't even speak French.
So I need to look this up. What is a crisp? Because everybody says it's not a potato wedge. It's
Nope.
kind of
A
like it,
crisp.
but it's not.
A crisp is a potato chip.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what am I thinking of?
However, you're also thinking of what are called crisps here in North America, which are kind of like a wafery, chippy thing.
Chips. British chips.
Chippy.
That's what I'm looking at. British chips.
It's somewhere between a French fry and a potato wedge.
We call them home-style fries, or home fries.
Yeah, basically it's a home.
Basically,
get home
they're
fries, so-
really thick-cut French fries that taste, oh my god, good with cheese and
Oh, I'm
gravy.
looking at them right now. Yeah. They look good. They just look
had-
like potato wedges.
I had chips and cheese and battered sausage for dinner, so...
I had lazy man cabbage rolls for dinner, so yeah.
You didn't share your lazy mad cabbage rolls with me until after I'd finished eating my dinner, so I didn't think to share it. I'm sorry. Have a coffee.
I'm
Who said
sorry.
I freaking want coffee? Maybe I want, cheese fries. Maybe.
What's it's 4:37.
I'd
Okay.
say there might be one left, but I know for a fact there isn't, because I didn't get any of the nasty ones today.
Okay, I saw it. Yeah. That's kind of
Oh,
kind of
so
like
you
a
would have
wedge.
given me the nasty. Oh, I see how it
No,
is.
no. I was saying only when there's nasty ones do I stop eating before I finish the box. So it's like if I
Nope,
get one
nope,
nasty
I
one,
heard
I just won't eat any
That there
more.
were none left because you didn't have any nasty ones. So in other words, you're saying that you would have given me the nasty ones.
That's
I see
not
how it
what
is.
I was saying at all.
I see how it
I'll
is.
order a whole new box and just send you the whole box.
Rather you send me you instead of just a freaking box.
It's cheaper to send the chips. I was working on it, woman. I was working on it.
This is nothing joking. It's, it's tame.
It's still funny though.
Oh yeah, yeah. Women are very good at doing this kind of thing. And if you ever get in a relationship, you'll understand. If you can joke with.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
She's saying, ooh.
Well, you may not be the type that wants to have another person.
Maybe you're asexual and want to reproduce with yourself, you know?
You just told joking to go fuck himself.
Politely, yes.
Wow, really?
And things just escalated so far.
User joined your channel.
That's terrible.
My poor people that are watching my channel, honestly.
Hey, Chippy, you missed it.
I don't know. I came
told-
back to this channel and everyone was laughing, so I decided to laugh too.
No,
Yeah.
I told Joe that maybe he likes to reproduce with himself.
I like to reproduce with myself.
No,
See,
Chippy
You like to go fuck
Chippy likes to
yourself?
fuck
He
himself.
said it. He said it. You keep
Yeah,
the stream.
Chippy likes to go
That's all.
fuck himself. It's yeah, the stream's so.
To save that
No,
clip.
you go
Yeah.
fuck yourself.
Kitty, you're a bit muffled on my end. Are you eating the mic again?
No, I'm not. I have Windows 10 and it's a bitch.
Well,
I have
you know,
Windows
you
10.
can't revert.
it does suck a lot.
No, but I do.
I have Windows 10.
Alright, I'll be back. I'm leaving so I can go throw up.
Tippy! No, Tippy! Forrest! Tippy,
go.
get back here!
That was such a mother yell. Get back here right now.
Chippy, get back here before I sick you with
Baby,
the
come back.
Oh no.
Blame it all on me.
Sure, we'll blame it all on Cake.
Yep.
You know what? I'm okay with that.
Damn it, now I want Cake.
Cake,
Not
where's my
you,
frosting?
the edible kind.
You really want to ask that question?
Yeah.
Come on, that's
mean-
our thing, Cake. I ask you where my frosting is at every time. Come on.
Give me 20 minutes and a picture of Jennifer Lawrence.
Really?
And on that note, guys, I think I just stopped the stream.
Yeah,
He
we're
asked
getting
for
into a
frosting,
weird
not
section.
cream
We
filling.
apologise to the people watching.
Sorry,
Granny
Denzi
stream.
and Stream.
I'm not.
I'm
Night.
still laughing.
Her stream went from PG to triple X rip.
Is someone streaming?
Yes, Granny.
No. Denzel was.
The Granny
Ripperonis.
is. Granny Gamer is, and it's getting very inappropriate.
Well, you know, technically we're in the
The
streaming
dirtiest
channel.
people in
Yeah.
this world are
That's
little
true.
ladies.
That's true. And it is after 9 o'clock here, so if there is any kids up, then, you know,
Yeah,
it's
your
a kind of the
post-
parents'
Your
fault.
post watershed somewhere.
Yes.
Sweetheart, your vibrator's going off on your mic.
Your vibrator.
Who says it's my mic?
Ooh, baby.
Right, but I am
Okay, then.
I am gonna stop the stream, guys. It's getting quite late for me, I think. Yeah. Oh gosh, it is. So you guys have a lovely evening. Thank you very much for popping in and saying hi and hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. Say goodbye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you later.